Welcome back, my friends, to the Battle of Second Manassas. So, guys, we are really trying to capture the locations here held by the Yankees, and honestly, we just don't, I think, have enough men to get the job done. It's going to be tough. Now, in the last part of this battle, if we held out over here and we did just an amazing job, it was really quite amazing. Right now, what we have to try to do is take Root's forces, which is only about 3 large brigades and some cannons, and try and take this area from the Union. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving Root into what I think to be a pretty nicely wooded area. We also, of course, have these guys over here, which we can use to take on the enemy. But what we're going to do, as suggested by the actual game itself, is we're going to hold back, wait for the enemy to approach, and try to defeat them like we did last time. We did a really good job last time at crushing them. I kind of want to put my guys back on the rail lines once again, but it's a bit risky. Nonetheless, I think that's probably the right choice. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to set them up here and hope that things go well. I'm also going to go ahead and go right back to that area. Unfortunately, we have some issues with ammunition. I think you guys can see that, but we're going to try to set our guys up in that forested area once again. It worked out really well for us in the last part of the battle, and I mean, if we can manage to win this battle, I think this is going to be just incredible. We're already pretty low on men, so losing this battle, I think, would pretty much not necessarily end our campaign, but really put a stop to it temporarily. As you can see over here, we've got some supplies. I'm definitely going to bring those supply wagons over here to try and get some cover to the men, and already we're spotting some Union divisions. So I'm going to move Jackson forward. We're going to move Cable forward. We're going to move Hovey, there we go, forward as well. And of course, Jag is going to bring up the rear here. But we know that the enemy is approaching much faster this time, and we want to be prepared for that. So we're letting them kind of throw themselves against our lines. It's going to be tough to do that, but we are going to do our absolute best to make it happen. So I'm going to try to get into position over here once again. I'm hoping that our men are going to spot Gibbons' brigade, and I'm hoping that Averill can get into position there in the woods where we had so much luck in the last part of the battle. I think once they get in there, we're going to have a really awesome time actually managing to hit and smash the enemy as quickly as possible. And there we go. That has to be new, those birds flying out of the tree line. I really like that. Unfortunately, it looks like the enemy is flanking us hard up here in the north. I mean, holy crap. We're going to move Jackson up here as well to try and face the enemy. But for sure, they're pushing a little farther north now and trying to crush us there. So we're going to do our best to respond to that. Got some guys in the woods here already. I want Kemper to fire at Chapman as well. And we're going to be moving the rest of our brigade kind of behind the enemy. So I guess the idea here is to trick them and to smash their lines before they can even really take cover. Now, it's going to be tough, and I think Dilger is probably going to do better over here behind the barricades. We are going to move Jackson forward and hope that he can get some shots off, but really, we're just going to keep pushing with Root's forces and try and secure those locations behind the enemy lines. See, Root's taking a while to get here, and it's gonna take a while to get here, honestly. It's not exactly easy, but once we do get there, maybe we can even flank the enemy. So there we go, a nice shot on that first group. We've got a bunch of Union soldiers taking positions over here, or trying to take positions, of course. Dilger is just now getting into position over here, and I'm hoping that Jackson can provide some amazing shots to keep the enemy off our backs, or in this case, off our norths, if that makes any sense. More like off our heads, if that makes sense. And we're going to keep firing over here at Doubleday if he gets close, but really right now I'm focused on Buchanan, and both of our units, or one of our units is firing at him, while the other one is focused on Roberts. What I might do is try to bring some of these guys forward and launch a little bit of a counterattack. I know that seems crazy right now, but crazier things have been done, let's be honest. So here we go. Jackson's getting some pretty nice shots off on the Union, but I want to make sure that Grider gets a piece of the action as well. So here we go. We're moving Colquitt forward. Buchanan is kind of left alone there, and that really allows us a wonderful opportunity to fire away. By the way, I just want to let everybody know that, and I don't usually say this, a lot of the times you guys post comments, I don't get to answer them because I'm just really busy. Particularly right now, I'm kind of on vacation. I'm doing my own thing, trying to visit as much family as possible. But I really appreciate everybody's comments. You know, everybody saying how they enjoy the videos, how they like the commentary. I mean, it's stuff like that. It's reasons like that why I do this channel. Believe me, if I did this channel for money, I would have quit a long time ago. But this is not a money-making opportunity. Really, you know, it makes a very small income right now. I hope that changes one day. But for now, I really don't mind. What really gets me and what really makes me want to keep making videos is your support and your consistent feedback, and it really makes me love what I do here. So keep it up, guys. Here we go. Beardsley cavalry trying to make it past our lines. I don't think that's a very good idea. There we go. Yep, sure enough, you're not going to make it very far, Beardsley. But I think we should keep pushing forward with Colquitt. We should keep pushing our advantage over here on the left flank, their left flank. But Lieutenant Colonel Wallace Jackson has been killed, and I mean, I kind of understand why. I mean, he is up against some pretty unsurmountable odds. Most of the Union forces are over here, as a matter of fact, and that's definitely a problem. Right now, we're taking some flanking fire on Cutshaw's brigade. I'm going to try to get Benjamin over there because we don't need units without ammo in this battle. And I'm going to try to focus on Weeks. Try to get Jack Dalton over here. Bring in some support, obviously. And let's see if Hovey can maybe get some shots off, too. The annoying part is we're going to have to keep some brigades over here to hold the line so that the enemy doesn't get past us. And that's definitely going to be annoying, but we really have no choice as far as I can see. We might even have to move Grider out of position here to flank the enemy and really cause some serious damage. So there we go. Weeks is taking some nice hits. See if we can get our men firing at Chapman. And obviously getting Weeks to retreat would be unbelievable. I mean, let's be honest here. So here we go. Could we pull behind the enemy? We probably could. I'm just not sure if that's what we want to do. Then again, 126. You know what, guys? That might be not such a bad idea. Getting behind the enemy here and trying to sort of close them in, if that makes sense. But Colquitt is taking some nasty hits. Gonna see if he can fire on Chapman. Buchanan is getting some serious hits on him, and Doubleday, I didn't even notice Doubleday there, just flanked him. I mean, there's very little you can do about that. It looks like Gibbon and a few other guys are preparing to attack us here, and it looks like Jackson is finally pulling back. And in fact, the enemy is trying to attack us with a concentrated charge on Dilger, and despite the fact Tower's taking some serious hits, he's probably going to break through. He's just got so many men there. I don't see how he could fail. So we're going to probably take Alabac, move him back over here to the victory point, and just prepare for a protracted engagement, which is probably going to be happening here very, very soon. We go Kemper, get some shots on Buchanan, and here we go. We've started moving our boys into position, and I'm going to start moving McLaws up here. Love to get Grover right there on the edge of that canal. Is it a canal? Maybe it's a river. But a little too small to be a river, I think you guys would say. But we're going to put Avery here too, and we're just going to try to smash these guys, get some flanking shots on them, and basically get them to get the hell out of here. Let's hope so. We've got to hold that ridge. It's not going to be easy, but look at that amazing job by Dilger and his men keeping Tower back. I'd love to actually get this unit over here at the farm, but I think it's going to be kind of tough. But I'm just amazed that our boys were able to hold off against Tower. That's pretty awesome, pretty impressive, to say the least. So here we go. We've got more guys. I believe that is Roberts. Yes, it is. Moving in. I'm going to try to get Alabac over here in the woods because we definitely want to respond to Roberts. And in fact, I'm going to get Cutshaw to try and get a flanking shot on him. This might be easier said than done. Here we go. All right, here we go, boys. Move forward on the attack. Of course, Avery should be firing at Weeks pretty soon here. But he's not close enough, I think, to get anything more than a round shot off, which is not going to be too effective against Weeks, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to take also Bristow. And eventually we're going to turn this attack around and head for those victory points. Right now, we're just trying to help our boys out. And nice shots there on Roberts. He's, of course, trapped now by 2 brigades. If we get Alabac firing on him, too, I think we could break this guy pretty damn quickly. Look at how hard Roberts is getting hit here. Got to get another volley here by Cutshaw. Oh, yeah, baby. And that Springfield M1855 never lets us down. It's not the greatest rifle, but it's pretty much top tier in terms of medium-class rifles, and really what was used at the time quite a lot. So here we go. Stark is also having some trouble facing that major Union line there. We're going to try to come to the support of our boys, of course, with Whitaker and the rest of them, but we are taking a bit of a risk here, basically taking our attention away from those victory points. But I think it's important because I think if we can open up this end of the battlefield, then we really stand a better chance at winning the battle itself. There we go. Avery getting some sweet shots there. But I want to bring our boys forward, and McLaws is already taking some heavy shots. I'm going to try to see if we can get our skirmishers, Bristow, and the rest of them over here. All right, not bad. Keep moving, boys. I'm going to move Alabac and Colquitt, although I kind of want to keep them back here to watch the position, but we need them to push on the Union positions to do our little counterattack. So McLaws is already getting a great volley on Weed, wiping out some of the enemy artillery positions, and we need that. I mean, they have been hammering at us for the entire battle. So, of course, sending our units over here would be unbelievable if we managed to do that. I'm going to go ahead and start moving that way. Oh, sorry, Bristow. You can hang out back here. My apologies. I do want to take Alabac, though, and maybe put him behind the line here. Although we've noticed that that really hasn't been all that effective when we've tried that before. So let's take Whitaker. We're going to start moving to the east. We're going to take McLean, start moving to the east. Grover as well. We're going to put him in the woods here. And Avery. This is going to be a major move. And, of course, I want to bring Root along and our supply wagon, too. We don't need the enemy getting their hands on that. So there we go, guys. We are moving forward. I'm going to grab Jack Dalton and the rest of these boys and move towards Porter's location. Let's see how things are going to the north. As long as we can keep these guys away from our victory point, we stand a chance at holding it for the rest of the battle. So Kemper is moving forward here on Porter. I'm going to try to get a shot. If we could wipe out an enemy general during this battle, that would be amazing. You can see here there's a lot of dead Federals, but there's also a lot of dead Rebels. We've, quite frankly, lost a lot of men in this battle. It's been a tough one, let's put it honestly. But there we go, a volley on Porter. Come on, wipe him out, boys. At least we're scaring him at this point, but what we're really trying to do is get into position. Ooh, Kemper taking a serious shot there, and maybe the enemy's got something hidden here, because that almost certainly looked like canister shot, and sure enough, there was some canister shot, but it came from this location. Now, we've got to push on this location, and we can't just go ahead and push in open ground. We know that that's going to be an absolute nightmare. So I'm going to try to get a central attacking position over here by the woods, and basically force our way through here. Come on, boys. I want Jack Dalton out of this open territory, but I also don't want him so close to Buchanan's brigade. Even though it's only 371 men, it's 371 men more than I want to see aimed at my general, put it that way. So there we go, Buchanan. Chapman and Warren are also coming to Buchanan's aid. I'm surprised he hasn't broken for good there, but there we go, he's gone. There's no way he's coming back to the battle. Those boys have lost any semblance of command that they ever had. Of course, now we've also got this interesting wooded position, but we're still taking some nasty shots by Reynolds. So I'm going to try to actually fire on Reynolds, but it's going to be tough because we're going to have to ignore Chapman for a volley to fire at Reynolds. Nonetheless, if we can get that artillery to move back, I think it's going to put us in a much better position. Let's get Root over here, get Cutshaw to start moving this way. Alabac's already having to deal with Weeks, and if they break through and get to our lines here, I'm going to be very disappointed. And actually, we could take Grider, and I'm going to move Grider back here. He hasn't really been doing much, because the enemy probably learned from the last battle that approaching that area is not going to be good for their health. So I think they've realized that it's probably a better idea for them to hang back and just hope for the best. Here we go, guys. 26. We've got to push that advantage very, very, very soon if we want to take that position. Cutshaw's going to be in position very soon, but I'd like to get some of this artillery over there. So I'm going to grab our skirmishers, and I'm going to grab some of our artillery units here. I don't know if we can get there in time, but we're certainly going to try. Getting some flanking shots on Whitaker. I don't like that one bit. Fire on McLean. Fire on Doubleday. Doubleday's also approaching here. And there we go, Whitaker. Yeah, he's definitely going to run. You can just see the enemy has an uphill advantage here. That's one reason why they may be able to hold this position, is that uphill advantage. It's pretty striking, and if we can't break through the center here, well, I'm pretty sure that the enemy holds their position, and we essentially lose the battle, unfortunately. We are going to try to capture Dogan Ridge and the rest of these ridges, but it's not going to be easy. Here we go, McLaws. Fire, McLaws. We need you coming back soon, Whitaker. I know you're flanked right now, but damn it, it's no time to mess around, son. All right, there we go. Doubleday might be one of the Union's best brigades, and also one of their most full brigades, which is why we really want to put the hurt on them. All right, Colonel Ken Bristow is killed. That's no good. Basically, colonel of our skirmisher units, and one step away from being a general. Unfortunately, he will go down in the history books, and not in the best way. So here we go, guys. Our artillery has arrived, but we got 10 seconds to push our advantage. I'm thinking our best position here is going to be to hold this area. And the fact is, if we can't take the position from the enemy, we can at least hold our own, and hopefully do pretty well in that end. But I am going to keep trying to push forward. So here we go, guys. We're moving forward once again. This is a major move, but as you can see, McLaws is getting hit hard, and these guys are running pretty quickly. I'm thinking just because of that overhead shot over here, I mean, right from a hill, taking a shot like that is not easy by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. We've got Tower over here approaching our lines. I'm definitely going to have Kemper face him and start firing away. If not, we're going to take a nasty, nasty flanking shot. So we really have no options here. We've got to move forward. I'm almost tempted to charge, but I know that that would be kind of risky, if not outright just ridiculous, especially since there's only about 2 seconds left in this battle. And McLean is taking some pretty serious shots. Let's go ahead and start firing with Avery. Let's fire with Grover. Jack Dalton back, move Root back. Here we go. Come on, boys. Ready to counterattack. Well, damn it. I didn't know we had to wait so damn long. Nonetheless, we are going to keep trying, guys, to push this counterattack. Concentrate your forces on Henry Hill. And this is the last barrier of Pope's defense. From here, we can control the enemy route and take the army. Well, at least we have some more time to plan our attack, but we still have to move quickly if we want to get a victory here. So here we go. Nice move forward, but of course, Schmivelnig is making our lives total hell. We've got to make sure to stop that sumbitch. Major Brad Grover is wounded. And of course, our artillery is on the run here. But let's see how things are going in the north. We've got a few units that we can probably free up here to assist with this battle. We're actually bringing one of them, Cutshaw, in for the fight. But I really need to get that shot on Schmivelnig before we get a flanking shot on us. And that's easier said than done. I'm thinking maybe hanging back in the woods might be our best bet. Just let the enemy come to us. Let's move Root and Jack Dalton back here. And I'm just going to hang out here and try to hold the line. Alright, here we go, boys. Good lord. Keep on firing, man. I'm just going to stay put, guys. I'm not moving from this location. Of course, I am going to have to move a little bit with guys like McLean and Colquitt. But I'm going to try to just put them right there. And basically wait for the Union to arrive. It looks like they're going to push on our main line of defense. But they've got quite a lot of defenders themselves here. And I don't need Whitaker to get shot at by Weed. I'm going to try to get one volley off on Weed, because if we can wipe out that artillery, I think we can avoid a lot of those retreats away from the enemy lines. So here we go. Come on. Nice shot, boys. Get him down to 150 at least. Not bad, not bad. Close, but no cigar. Of course, I'm hoping our men can hold out here against the enemy assault. There we go. They got another shot on Weed. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Of course, now we can fire on Colts, but he is uphill, so we want to be careful. I am going to have to move forward. I know I said I'd hang back, but I cannot avoid these flanking shots. Just too delicious. It's looking too good to me, so I am going to move forward with the men. Come on, boys. Let's do it. I believe in you. Of course, a lot of good men have fallen this day. We don't want that all to happen in vain. Here we go, McLaws. Boom! Getting Gibson. We really need him to fire on Colts. That's going to be the main defensive point here. And I think that's just about all they have to defend. No, they've got Meade. They've got Meade. But we have no choice. We've got to go ahead and start firing here. If we can get Colts to fall back, it's going to be a definite bonus for our entire army. Of course, look at that. They're already doing a great job at making our lives a living hell. On McLean, get Jack Dalton up here to help you guys. Get some nice flanking shots on the enemy. Let's see what's going on here at the north. I might have to take the rest of these boys and move into position, but I'm thinking we can't really afford to send too many guys to defend this area, although Alabac has managed to keep the enemy away for a long time now. So I am going to start moving forward. Call me crazy, whatever, but sometimes crazy wins the battle, right? Sometimes it doesn't. Here we go. McLean taking some nasty shots there. Amazing. We've got to get Colquitt and Kemper past these lines. The enemy's sending guys like Grover to defend this position, and if we could get flanking shots on these units, I think we could get them to retreat really, really quickly. So we're going to fire at Farnsworth. Come on, boys. Don't run. Damn it, don't run. We need you. Oh, damn it. Kemper is gone. He's not coming back. Kemper is gone for good. Out for the count. We're going to try to move McLaws in. And look at that. Where the hell did Roberts come from? I didn't realize that Roberts was going to be a pain in our ass, but apparently he is. We're going to try to get these supplies over to our men. Right, so we're trying to capture Henry Hill, which is quite a ways past that enemy line. I'm not sure if we can do it, guys. Those counterattacks are just not working the way we intended them to. And really, we didn't intend them to work out anyway. I mean, we kind of had an idea that they were going to be tough to carry out. Come on, Kemper. Reload faster, son. I'm amazed that Leisure actually managed to hold out so long there. That's kind of crazy. But I wonder if we can manage to get a draw by holding that one position. I don't know. Just don't know the answer to that. I'm going to try to hit Reno here. See if we can wipe him out. It'd be amazing to take a general out during this battle. Here we go. Fire at Reno. Come on, boys. McLean, get that shot off. All right, I guess we're going to have to focus on Leisure. Come on, boys. Stay in the fight. You can do it. Well, I don't know if all of you can. Kemper is looking pretty rough. And look at that. Amazing, amazing advance by the enemy cavalry. I didn't expect that at all. Definitely looks like they're trying to take our position, and they're doing a pretty good job. We're going to try to stop them, but obviously getting hit by that many cavalry units is not easy. Come on, boys. Back into position. Sam Cable is wounded. That's never good. Sam Cable is one of our best, of course, in terms of artillerists. He really knows what he's doing. A bit of a Napoleonic cannon guy. We need guys like him to make up our artillery ranks. All right, here we go. Roberts, you son of a bitch. You're behind us again. We're going to fire at Roberts. Here we go. Let's get Bristow to attack as well. Really taking our focus away from where it needs to be. But we have no choice. We've got to get this guy off our flank. And I have no idea how the hell he got back there. That's what I want to know. Get Bristow to fire at him. Skirmishers. There we go. Here we go. Right into the flanks. All right, there we go. Roberts once again on the run. But really at this point, I'm almost trying to just, I guess, kind of just accept, not necessarily accept defeat, but accept my positioning. I mean, there's still a chance. It's very unlikely. We've got to get past so much to get to that position. So I'm thinking our best bet right now is to try and cause as much devastation to the enemy army before the end of the battle as possible. Even if we can't get a victory, we can certainly wreak havoc amongst their forces. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be our best option. Let's go ahead and get Alabak right there on the line. Usually I wouldn't have taken position here. The only reason I am here is because the enemy is actually perfectly placed to take some serious shots by our men there. And the only issue is, of course, Alabak is out of ammo. The worst time to be out of ammo would be right now. Oh, maybe not. Maybe at the beginning of the battle, but still, there's a lot of dead men here. Not just Federals, but, of course, a lot of our boys, too. A lot of Rebels dead. Probably from that cavalry charge. That was not easy to deal with. Fire on those skirmishers, Bristow. Give them hell, boys. All right, Whitaker, you got to get into position. You are one crazy son of a bitch, Whitaker. All right, here we go. It's not looking like we're going to make it past there at all. So, yeah, we're going to try to hang back. Hang loose, as they say. But still hold our position, of course. And there we go. So, Alabak and Grider have managed to make the enemy retreat. I wonder if we could still try for another counterattack. I don't think we've got enough time. But I will move these boys into position over here closer to the actual victory location, just in case we get broken past or the enemy breaks through. Something like this. One of the frustrating things of playing as a Confederate is, of course, the lack of men. You know, we just don't have as much manpower. We have 1/4 of the manpower of the North, at least historically speaking, which means that it's a lot harder for us to get what we want done, essentially. As you guys can see here, I'm definitely not going for the victory location. I'm focusing on enemy infantry and, of course, boosting our own kills. But I think if we can get guys like Jackson to run, it's really the best we can do in this battle. Come on, boys. Laws, Whitaker, Jackson is out of here. Unfortunately. No, not Jackson. Whitaker. Not Whit... Damn it, what's his name? Forget this damn skirmisher's name. Not much we can do about that. But yeah, out in the open ground here, we are taking some serious losses. I'm going to get one more volley off and then get the hell out of here. Good shooting, boys. Good shooting, boys. And there we go. One more volley would have probably made them run. No! Damn it, I don't want you to run. I want you to retreat. Try to get them back to the wood line, but they're going to take heavy hits on the way. It looks like our artillery is spotting a nice big section of the enemy. "50 seconds. There's no way we can press on through and grab that in 50 seconds. It would take 50 seconds just to walk over there, just to run over there even. But look at how peppered this battlefield is, not just with bodies, but with shell holes. I mean, the amount of artillery on this battlefield has been pretty amazing. It looks like the enemy has pretty much accepted that they can't take our position. We've basically accepted that we can't take their position. Now it's kind of a waiting game. And I hope that this turns out to be a draw. It might turn out to be a loss, guys. I hate to say that, but in terms of moving forward, I think it would just be a negative for our overall campaign. Unless, of course, if we lose this battle, we lose the entire war. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Come on, boys. At least they're safe in these woods. Kinda, sort of. Not really. Safer than they would be otherwise, let's put it that way. And don't forget, we can recycle some of our divisions. But right now, we're once again dealing with Weeks. Last time it was Roberts, now it's Weeks. These guys just love getting behind our lines, and we've got to make them pay dearly for it. The problem is the enemy army just seems to always have reinforcements. They always seem to get those reinforcements on time when they need them, whereas we are pretty much running out of men willing to fight for the cause. And we've been actually putting a lot of veterans in these units. We might go back to just putting recruits because we just don't have the money for the veterans, quite frankly. There we go. Weeks is running, and of course our artillery is giving him hell, making him recall why he shouldn't attack over open territory. We made the same mistake too, but he should know better. Well, there we go. We got a lot of guys here. We could try to attack. Well, let's do it. Why the heck not? Well, actually, I could give you guys probably 100 reasons as to why not, but what the hell, we're going to go for it. I don't want those guys running anymore. I'm going to move Stark forward, though, and just the amount of enemy arty is really what's damaging us right now. I'm going to see if we can get past and find it. Find the artillery. He's got Grider and Alabag, I should say. But I'm not going to mess with them too much right now. Okay, I see that arty. We're going to try to get past the enemy, of course, and hit it. But look at that. Oh, they've been waiting here. With a fresh brigade by Thoburn. A very fresh brigade. I want to see if we can get McLean into that wood line. I don't care if we're 5 meters away from the enemy. We've got to get some better shots on them. Ooh, hit some nice shots by the enemy. There we go. Cutshot. Try and get a flanking shot on this sumbitch. Try to get a flanking shot from Kemper as well. Going to have to start setting up our artillery, even though I really would like to get closer. We're in a position now where we absolutely have to respond here. There's just too many enemy troops for us not to start firing. Come on, Avery. Ooh, Kemper's taking some nasty artillery shots there. The only bonus is we've got him flanked on both sides, but he's got so many men in that brigade. He might be able to hold out. At least we're getting some shell shot. What little good that does right now, I'm not sure. Come on, boys. Oh, we've got the enemy cavalry arriving once again. Of course, we have managed to make that unit run. Another shot by McLaw. Thoburn just is not feeling the burn in this case. He's pretty much holding out for the rest of the battle. I think we've almost brought him down by 400, but it's not going to make a difference. He's going to be able to hold out. Just too many men for them to really run, unless something dramatic happens. Try to get one more shot by Whitaker before the enemy cavalry attacks. Not bad, not bad. Good shooting, boys. Of course, there we go. Whitaker and McLaws are taking off here. McLaws might try to get one more shot off, but it's looking pretty rough. We're going to take Root and Jack Dalton and move them back behind the lines once again. And it does look like our artillery is in grave danger from the enemy forces here. There we go, guys, finishing, and unfortunately, oh, glory to Agrippa. That is pretty awesome, guys, a victory. So I guess holding Stony Ridge was enough to get that victory. And actually, if we take a look here, it does say all must be fulfilled. We did not hold Henry. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, we didn't hold Henry Hill, but it still managed to get a victory because we got 2 of the necessary requirements. So let's take a look here at the losses of this battle. Holy crap. Okay, as you can see, the enemy lost 32,728. I'm sure a lot of those guys were lost during that first part of the battle where we were holding the tree line. And of course, we lost nearly 13,000 men. I mean, that's not easy. We also lost a lot of guns, 61. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I'm hoping, guys, that we can come out of this pretty well. A bunch of guys got promoted to major generals and brigadier generals, like Keith McLean, for instance, Israel Alabak, Henry Root, Lafayette McLaws, all these guys promoted to major and brigadier generals, which is amazing. So we're going to go ahead and say, okay, I hope we got enough out of this battle to be able to rebuild this beleaguered army. 13,000 men to add. I mean, that sounds pretty great. I won't lie, but let's be honest, we've still got a lot of work to do. A lot of people are going to say don't put major generals in charge of these brigades. We don't have that option right now. We're going to have to put them in charge of these brigades, pretty simply. Now, filling this up with veteran units, look how much that's going to cost. 40,000 just to get 958 men. So I think I'm going to have to go with the rookies. I'm sorry, guys, but this is just what's better for us right now. We can also go ahead and with Cable get those guns up. Kemper is wounded. I hope he's just wounded. He's right now my favorite of our commanders. But we're definitely going to fill this up with rookies. At least temporarily. We can consider putting some veterans in. Like, for instance, this unit, we're going to go ahead and put veterans. But look at how much that's going to cost us. 46,000. So we're going to do it for Dilger. And, of course, we can boost up his brigade with a firearms course, or even with a marksman training course, which I think is going to be even more useful. Let's get George Pickett, General Pickett, over here. 22,000, I'm actually going to take it, but we're going to be a lot more careful. No more veterans now. We've got to go with rookies, and we've also got to get a new commander. So I'm going to put one of these colonels in charge, maybe Morin, and that's going to cost us a lot of money as is. Go ahead and get Pickett. I haven't tried the close combat, the assault course yet. I don't think we need it, though. I think the firearms course and the marksman course are what we're focusing on. We rarely do any sort of charges, so let's do that. Get some rookies. 7,000 men left. We could certainly build up this force, but I do want something better than a reboard farmer's rifle. Let's get some Springfield M1855s, and that's not even going to cost us as much. Despite it not being a huge savings of money, it's enough of a savings for me to want to take that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this cavalry brigade. I'd love to create a cavalry brigade. We're going to go ahead and create one. Beautiful. And this is pretty awesome, guys. Some skirmishers as well. Yes. Can we get something besides the Hunter? Yes, we can. We can get the Sharps Model 1865, led by Billy Bain. Billy Bain certainly seems like a guy, or sounds like a guy you don't want to mess with. Sounds like a dangerous fellow. So here we go. The 1st Division does need a commander. I'm going to put Cadmus Wilcox, which is a brigadier general, in charge here of the 1st Division. Over here, we could probably go with another artillery brigade. Problem is going to be the lack of 6-pounder cannons, but we've got enough to get 18 guns, which is, I think, sufficient for sure, at least initially. Okay, Bane, sure. Let's get some skirmishes. Well, actually, we could actually do with another infantry brigade, as a matter of fact. And I'm going to get a Springfield 1855. Actually, I'm going to get a Springfield M1855. We're going to apply for that now. And we're going to create this brigade. Glory to the South. So there we go. Ransom back in charge. Let's take a look at our 2nd Corps. And even our 2nd Corps could do with some work. And apparently, we can actually help it out quite a bit. First, I'm going to see if Richmond is offering us anything. They are offering us Lewis Armstead. I'm going to take him. Getting a general like him would be amazing. I'm sad we couldn't take the 1853. We could have taken him if I didn't take Armstead, but we need leaders like him and leaders like Garnett. So let's go ahead and cancel that for a second. Yeah, we're going to put Garnett in charge of this artillery division. I really think Garnett's more made for infantry, but what can you do? And of course, the pattern 1855 Enfield's going to cost us a lot. We're going to put veteran units. Look at that. That brought us down 59k. Yeah, we might not be able to do that again. And actually something I didn't keep in mind, which I should have done. We have 3 career points unspent. We had 0 last battle, or we had 2 last battle that we spent. So I'm going to put 1 in economy. I'm going to put 1 in medicine. And let's put another in army organization. Apply there. I've been meaning to put stuff in army organization, but we can't get past 2,000 men, I think, no matter what we do. We can, however, add to our divisions. So let's go to our 1st division once again. First, let's go to Henry Root. He's done a good job. And I want to increase his infantry control, even though it's quite good. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get back to our 1st Corps. And I'm going to try to get another cavalry brigade led by Armstead this time. However, look at that. We don't have enough men to fill out the cavalry brigade. In fact, our best bet would be to get a skirmisher brigade here, led by Armstead. I'm going to try to get something better than a hunter rifle. But right now we've got 661 hunters. Or we could also go for 300 Whitworth. So let's try, I've got an idea. So let's go with 300. I've never tried this before, but somebody suggested it in the comment section. Get some Whitworths, and now we've got a unit with some sniper rifles. We're going to create that. Not sure how effective it's going to be, but I sure hope it helps. We're definitely going to go for marksman training, so just increase his actual damage, and I hope that helps. And as for our next battles, guys, we could choose between the weapons factory, we could choose between Chantilly, or we could choose between Antietam, the great battle of Antietam. I'm amazed we made it this far. It's pretty cool, pretty good battle, or pretty good job, I should say. But of course, we need to continue forward. So I'm glad that we won there. Let's hope we can keep this going. And thank you so much for watching so far, guys. What do you guys think about this battle? Do you guys think we did a good job? And do you think we can go on to ultimate victory? Let me know, boys. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.